اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome you again after a long time. Today we are going to have a little introduction to IELTS reading. आज हम IELTS reading के बारे में हल्का फुल्का पढ़ेंगे. And the detail of the IELTS reading will be discussed later, right? You should have the books before you. I hope that everybody has got books. We are here for IELTS. IELTS, the full form of IELTS is International English Language Testing System. I told you the other day the pronunciation of this particular word is IELTS, not IELTS. The IELTS nahi hai. This is IELTS. IELTS. If you read it fast, it becomes IELTS. Some people pronounce it IELTS, but it's not at all IELTS. It's IELTS, right? And if you have the number of modules, you should know the number of modules. If you have the book, page number 1. The detail of the IELTS test is there. Overall, there are 6 modules. There are 2 modules common in academic and general. There are 2 categories, academic and general. The detail is also available on page number 1. If you don't have the book, you can share it with your near partners. General category and academic category. How many students are sitting for general category? GT 1 and 2. Girls 1. Are you writing the letters? Who's getting more than an 8? 8 band, mashallah, aap kya rahe? Very good. Is this your first day, sir? Okay. And this is your last module, I guess. Very good. You're going well, mashallah. Page number 1. The detail is there. I told you earlier there are 6 modules. 2 modules are common. They are listening and speaking. Which module did you learn yesterday? Listening. Alright. The first paper in the paper will be of listening, then reading, then writing, and then speaking. You can see 2 readings: academic reading and general training reading. Academic writing and general training writing. These 2 papers are not actually common. Listening and speaking, these 2 papers are common. However, there is a little bit difference in reading and writing. Today we have academic reading and general training reading. Okay? If you talk about the total duration of the reading test, that is 60 minutes. There are 3 sections and 40 items. That is available there on page number 1. And if we see listening, if you go back to yesterday's lesson, then we shall come to know that the total duration of the listening test is 30 minutes and there are 4 sections and 40 questions are asked. Similarly, 40 questions are asked in the reading module. As far as the time duration is concerned, both in academic reading and general training reading, that is same. Academic और GT का जो reading का test है, बाकी सारे भी test उनकी duration जो है वो same है. As far as the number of sections are concerned, in academic reading and general training reading, there is also same. 3 sections, 3 sections. 40 questions, 40 questions. 60 minutes, 60 minutes, right? The total duration of the test is 2 hours and 44 minutes, plus 10 minutes transfer time. Have you applied for the test or not? If you haven't applied, apply it as soon as possible, because nowadays it's very rushy. Seats are not available. You need to apply yourself for IELTS as soon as possible. जितनी भी जल्दी हो सकता है, वरडी तो पहले registration करवा लीजिए. There are total 9 bands. They are not actually called bands. This is called band, score band. Starts from 1 to 9. 1 band achiever is called non-user. A person who got or gets 2 He's called an intermittent user. 3, extremely limited user. 4, limited user. Number 5, modest user. Number 6, competent user. Number 7, good user. 8 is a very good user. And 9 is an expert user. You know your band requirement or not? आपको अपने band requirement का पता है? या वैसे ही बैठे हुए हैं? अम्मी कह रही थी कर लें, अब्बू कह रहे थे कर लें, भाई कह रहे थे कर लें. ये कोई कटिंग नहीं है या फेशियल नहीं है जो करवाने आप आए हैं. You should know your category, IELTS score band category, right? And you should also know your IELTS type, IELTS category, whether this is GT or academic. Explanation is there on page number 1. If you have applied for immigration purposes, then your IELTS category is general category. And if you have applied for higher education, then your category is academic, right? Academic test, in my opinion, is a lot more difficult than general training IELTS. But anyway, we have to learn it, whether it's difficult or not. IELTS reading today. You have already seen that reading of academic and general training was mentioned differently on the left side and the right side. What is the difference between the reading of academic and general? The difference is only the text. Text means the passages, the difference between the passages. As far as the number of questions are concerned, they are same. As far as types of questions are concerned, they are same. However, there is a difference of the text. What do you mean by the text? The passages. Okay? जो passages जो दिए होते हैं GT में वो बहुत ज़्यादा आसान होते हैं. हम आज वो भी चेक करेंगे वो कहाँ से लिए जाते हैं और academic के जो passages हैं वो कहाँ से लिए जाते हैं. Let's check. Procedure of the test. मैं थोड़ा सा इसको पढ़ूंगा और फिर इसको बाद में explain करूंगा. Now what you need to do is to listen to me and look at the board. Procedure of the test. The reading module is the second test you do on the test day. दूसरा टेस्ट जो है वो आपका रीडिंग का होगा. Maybe you're given 5 or 10 minutes break, right? You're given a question booklet and an answer sheet. एक question booklet आपको मिलेगी, उसमें तीनों passages दिए होंगे और साथ एक answer sheet भी होगी. There's no time, unlike in the listening test, at the end to transfer the answers, so you have to write your answers directly onto the answer sheet. What does it mean? You should remember that in IELTS listening, you are given 10 extra minutes. What for? To transfer the answers onto the answer sheet. But here, in the reading tests, you will not be given extra time to transfer the answers. So you need to transfer the answers right after passage 1, then passage 2, then passage 3. इसमें आपको कोई भी time transfer करने का नहीं मिलेगा. Listening में आपको 10 minutes मिलते हैं. You are given 60 minutes for the test, we discussed earlier. The test instructions indicate how much time you should spend on each section of the test. हर section के ऊपर time जो है वो दिया होगा कि आपने इस section में कितने मिनट लगाने हैं, अगले section में कितने मिनट लगाने हैं. मैं बताता चलूँ कि हर section में, हर passage में आपको 20 minutes लगाने पड़ेंगे. इसमें से नहीं हम पढ़ रहे हैं. Structure of the test. The test is divided into 3 sections. 3 sections means passage 1, 2 and 3. The topics of the passages are of general interest. इनके topics क्या होंगे? And come from magazines. कहाँ से लिए जाते हैं? Magazines से, journals, books and newspapers. At least one of the passages will present a logical argument. इन तीनों passages में से एक जो passage होगा उसमें logical argument दिया होगा. And that is usually passage number 3. The text increase in difficulty, ये मुश्किल से मुश्किल तर होता जाता है as the test progresses. जैसे test आगे जाता है, I mean to say passage 2 is more difficult than passage 1. Passage 3 is the most difficult of all the passages. ठीक है? आपने ये नहीं करना कि पहले passage 3 करें फिर 2 करें या 1 करें. You need to go, start from the beginning. Okay? There may be a glossary of technical words. Glossary होता है, इसके meanings जो हैं वो technical words अगर उसमें use किए होंगे तो साथ उसके meanings भी उन्होंने दिए होंगे. That was the structure, the question types. You remember yesterday's lesson. Did you study the types of question in the listening module? Listening module में question की types कुछ ज़हन में आए? कल आपने पढ़े थे? हाँ जी. इसमें जो question types हैं वो कौन कौन से होंगे? Multiple choice questions, short answer questions, sentence completion, notes completion, table completion, summary completion, flowchart completion, diagram completion. 5 different types of completion. Yes, no, not givens, true, false, not givens, the other name. Then we have classification, matching list or phrases, choosing headings for paragraphs or sections of a text, scanning and identifying location of information, labeling a diagram which is number parts. ये इसकी types हैं. Now it's not necessary that all the types of the reading will be asked in the paper. Maybe 5 types, maybe 6 types, maybe 7 types. Maybe some types are repeated in the question. But they are all which could be asked in the reading module. Right? Marking. इसकी marking कैसे होगी? You're given a mark for each of the 40 questions. एक सही होगा तो आपको 1 number मिलेगा. Your result is converted into a score which corresponds to one of the bands from 1 to 9. You will see the band on your result sheet. Inshallah, you can be awarded a whole band or half band for the reading section. Marking. Now let us have a look at the academic reading and general training reading. If we have the academic reading, that is actually the summary of the things in nutshell. Total duration is 60 minutes. And there are 3 passages and 40 questions. 3 passages, 40 questions. And the topics of academic reading are of general interest, topics written for a general audience. And they are taken from journals already discussed, magazines, books and newspapers. That is why we recommend you to read these sort of things to improve your reading. And if you haven't started reading newspaper, do start reading newspaper from today. अगर आपने रीडिंग करना शुरू नहीं की है, न्यूज़पेपर वगैरह नहीं पढ़ना शुरू किए हैं, तो ELC में न्यूज़पेपर रोज़ आता है शीशे साफ़ करने के लिए. आप उसका एक वर्का जो है वो घर लेके जा सकते हैं. और जिन्होंने जनरल ट्रेनिंग के लिए ऑप्ट किया हुआ है वो बाज़ार से एक मैगज़ीन बाय करें. मैगज़ीन कोई अंग्रेज़ी मैगज़ीन आप ले सकते हैं, 1 महीने के लिए एक ही काफ़ी है. It doesn't cost more than 25 rupees, 30 rupees. या 100 रुपए का कार्ड जैज़ का ना लें, मैगज़ीन एक खरीद लें. ठीक है, कोशिश कीजिए. ये बाकी जो लोग हैं, एक संडे का न्यूज़पेपर बाय कर लीजिए. डॉन न्यूज़पेपर काफ़ी थिक होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा थिक होता है. अगर ना पढ़ सकेंगे तो किसी और काम ही आएंगे. घर में शेल्फ वगैरह पे आप अखबार वगैरह अंग्रेज़ी की रख सकते हैं. लेकिन मेरी रिकमेंडेशन क्या है, एक न्यूज़पेपर कम से कम आप 1 हफ्ते में या 1 महीने में लाजमी खरीद लीजिए और उस न्यूज़पेपर को एज अ बुक की तरह यूज़ करना है. और एक अच्छी सी डिक्शनरी बाज़ार से खरीदिए जो इंग्लिश टू उर्दू हो, इंग्लिश टू इंग्लिश ना हो, ताकि जब आप न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ें तो मुश्किल वर्ड्स के मीनिंग आप उसमें से ढूंढ सकें और आप उनको याद कर सकें. इसके अलावा अगर आप समझें कि आपकी रीडिंग इम्प्रूव हो जाएगी तो कतई तौर पर इम्प्रूव नहीं होगी. वी आर नॉट हियर टू इम्प्रूव आवर इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, वी आर हियर फॉर टेक्निक्स एंड मेथडोलॉजी. हम यहाँ पे इसलिए इकट्ठे हुए हैं कि IELTS के पेपर की तैयारी कैसे करनी. इस क्लास में हम इसलिए इकट्ठे नहीं हुए हैं कि हमें इंग्लिश आ जाए या हमारी अंग्रेज़ी में लिसनिंग, रीडिंग, राइटिंग या स्पीकिंग इम्प्रूव हो जाए. नो, वी आर हियर टू लर्न द टेक्निक्स. So if you think that you have joined this class to improve your English language, then you are mistaken. Follow me instructions, please. Reading general training. Total duration of the reading of general training is 60 minutes again. There are 3 passages and 40 questions. And the topics are of basic social English training topics and are of general interest. Very important. Where are they taken from? कहाँ से लिए जाते हैं? They are taken from notices, flyers, timetables, documents, newspaper articles, instructions and manuals. ये इसके resources हैं. ये brochures जो होते हैं वो भी